So guys, Shane P here from Super Paloma Bros. I'm here with my brother from the UK, Tom, Spacecaptaincomics. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm feeling good about this video. I'm excited to talk comics because we haven't really, well, we've been chatting, but we haven't, done a haul or anything like this. It's the first time, so I'm excited to be on board. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. But yeah, like Tom said, we're gonna be talking comics. So we have a shit ton of content to shoot for you guys, and we're just gonna deep dive into it because we have so much to cover. And we have comic book hauls, we have Q&As, we have the books we're looking forward to, like just shit ton of stuff. So what do you want to start with? You want to start with the haul first? Like you want to do haul first? All right.
Yeah, let's go through what we've got recently, or what we've enjoyed reading as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
All right. So my haul personally is going to be random. It's just randomness. And I have a haul of DC, Independent, and then I'm gonna round it up with Marvel. And I would like to do it like I'll show one of my books and then you show one of your books. Cool? You want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so I'll start it off. I started off with DC, and the first book I got to show you guys is Dark Knight's Death Metal, the Ryan Brown variant, and this is only limited to 3,000 copies, I think, like that. I thought it was really cool, and I love that artwork by Ryan Brown. So definitely pick that up. Look at that. That's pretty awesome.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah.
So I was asking about this the other day, didn't I? So I was asking about the Batman Who Laughs because I've not actually read that series. I just said that I wanted to actually read that. I didn't really know where to start, if it was Dark Metal or Batman Who Laughs 1. But I looked on my local comic book shop and I got 2 variant covers. I'm not sure who these are actually by. Let me just have a look. But that is the first one for Batman Who Laughs 2.
That's really nice.
And this is the third one. So I've only now got to get 4 books to actually catch up to that. But yeah, so that's a couple that I've got.
Nice. Next one to show from DC is Justice League Dark #1, and this is the great James Tynion. This is this is the first book that I picked up from James Tynion a while back when I started collecting heavily, you know what I'm saying, and started really getting into this. And this is a really good story arc. This is the first appearance of the Upside Down Man. This is a really crazy series if you guys haven't gotten into it. And like I said, James Tynion is killing it in DC, and something's killing children. So pick that one up, man.
That's one thing that's cool. I've never read anything with him in it, so yeah.
Oh my god, like that series with that crew is fucking amazing. Like it's really great.
Next up, I have from Marvel. It's Ghost Rider issue 7. So this is by, I think it's Ed Bisson. But this is such an awesome run. I absolutely love this. But yeah, this is the first time I've received this issue since the start of lockdown. So I had to sort of refresh on what was going on, but it was a really cool issue. And if you're not reading this, it's definitely worth picking up. So that is Ghost Rider 7.
Nice. So we got like some old school here for you guys today. This caught my eye a while back, and I really wanted to read it. And it's from the Vertigo line. You know what I'm saying? It's Coffin Hill #1. This I can't wait to read this. This looks really intriguing. And I was just I found this book just going through like the back catalogs of DC, and you know what I mean, and going through Vertigo, old Vertigo comics, and which they made the Sandman series and a bunch of old school type of really good reads. And this was one book that really intrigued me, and I wanted to pick it up, so I did. There we go, Coffin Hill, Vertigo. I didn't read it yet, but I'm going to, and I'm really excited to do a deep dive on that as well.
Sounds cool. I'm a little bit late to the party because my comics always come after you guys in the US, but Venom 26, I read this today, literally about 20 minutes ago. Really enjoyed it.
That was still in the store? That was still in the LCS?
Yeah, it's been on its way to me for ages. So,
Hell yeah,
because
dude.
yeah, mine just came in the post. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, really enjoyed that one.
What do you think, Tom? Would you count that
What
as the first appearance of Virus or the Free Comic Book Day that release to
I
you?
think Free Comic Book Day, because the way that the story is written would make me think it's that. Because at the end, well, that's his first appearance, and then at the end, it's like, next is Venom 26. So, I
Yeah,
mean, it depends if you want to go by dates. If you want to go by dates, then obviously Free Comic Book
for
technically
sure.
came out before. But story-wise, for me, Free Comic Book Day is the first one. So,
Gotcha. So, next one we have is from Aftershock Comics is Dead Day #1. Another zombie comics. I love zombies, and we're gonna get into more zombies later when we do a little talk about Walking Dead. But this is the new one that dropped by Aftershock, and it's pretty cool.
So continuing today's haul is Daredevil. This is issue 21. This is the run by Chip Zdarsky. And my God, again, what an issue. Absolutely loved it. Always preach about this run, but it's just fantastic. Really, I really want to show you a panel from this as well, but I mean, it's only just come out for me here. I don't really want to spoil it for any of my viewers because they might not have read it yet. Well, there's just an appearance of a character. I think the next issue has actually been solicited, but yeah, Spider-Man turned up, and I was like, it was awesome. But yeah, it's such a dope run. It's actually wicked. So definitely get on it. Shane, you need to read it. Get the true pick.
Dude, honestly, yeah, dude. So my brother had picked up since the drop of that Daredevil run, and honestly, he has been praising about it and saying how really good of a run it is. But I agree because Chip Zdarsky is writing it. You know what I'm saying? And he's such a great writer. So, and I don't know, it's just a book that flew under my radar, but honestly, it's flying under a lot of people's radars right now because of Donny Cates. Because Donny Cates is run right now in Marvel, so nobody's talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I will say though is like back issues for it. It is like good dust. So I jumped on. I think it was at issue 12 is where I jumped on.
Yeah.
Everything since then, and then getting those first 11 issues, it's taken me ages and cost more a bit of money, but it has paid off. It's wicked.
So going to my next book is a really old, cool Image book. It's Kurt Busiek's Astro City. I heard really wonderful things with this book. You know, really intriguing touch on his take on superheroes and everything, and I had to pick it up, and I'm really happy that I did, and I cannot wait to read this as well. I have so much books that I just collect, so I can't. It's really hard to read them all. Like when I get the new comic book day ones, obviously I like knocking those out because those are current. You know what I'm saying? So it's what's been going on. So it's hard. It's harder to read these back issues that I'm collecting as well. But good stories. I like reading them. So when I do get across with it, it'll, you know what I'm saying? I will. So.
It's cool. So I have a Dynamite book here. This is a character that is like so quintessentially British. I don't know if you guys in the US like him that much, but it is James Bond, issue 6. So for me, he's like one of my favorite characters, favorite film series. Is he big there? I don't really know.
He's huge, man. He's massive. He's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah,
really cool.
But yeah, so this is a really cool run as well. I've not read James Bond in this format before, but for me, to be honest, he suits it really well. I have read books, and this just matches the tone really well. So I'm really enjoying this run.
So they're doing aren't they doing a new James Bond movie?
Yeah, No Time to Die. It was meant to come out in April, but it's November now.
Okay. What am I getting this wrong? Wasn't Idris Alba, is that his name? Wasn't he supposed to be playing James Bond?
No, there's like loads of speculation about who will be next. But yeah, he was on there, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm like equality and stuff like that. That's cool, but I mean, like James Bond is a white British guy. It's like when they make Doctor Who a woman in this country. It's kind of like they do it for equality, but then it doesn't really fit the original character.
Right.
But so I don't know what will happen.
So you know it's crazy too. I just found out about Idris and we're going to that. He's a motherfucking DJ, dude. I did
Yeah,
not
no, yeah,
know
he does
that.
his music. Yeah,
Is he?
he likes
He's
throwing.
massive, isn't he? Over there
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the UK.
He did a song with oh, what's his name? It's like a British rapper. I can't remember what his name is, but yeah,
Dang, I didn't know that. That shit's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah. So the next one we're getting into is another cute Kurt Busiek book on Image Comics. It's Astro City #3, and it's a first appearance of this guy and that character and stuff like that. I forgot his name. You know, I apologize, guys, but like I said, there's just so much content coming out. I can't remember you know what I'm saying? I can't remember everybody's name. But I know this is the first appearance of this character right here. He pretty much looks like his version of the Joker, obviously in the cover, so pretty dope.
Sticking to Dynamite, I'm reading this Nancy Drew indie. It's pretty cool. It says The Death of Nancy Drew, and it's a Hardy Boys book as well. But this is issue 2. I don't know why I got this again. They sent it me twice. This is the second time I received it. I got it this morning, but I've already read this, and it's a good issue. It's a good story. So if you like murder mysteries, this is definitely for you. But it's definitely not like that big a book. I don't think many people are reading that.
Dude, talk about murder mysteries. I watched one of the best murder mystery movies like not too long ago. It was have you seen the movie Knives Out?
Yeah, it's so good that is.
Dude, how good is that movie?
Isn't it? Yeah,
How good is that movie, bro?
I love that film, yeah.
Dude, that's honestly like when I seen that movie, I was surprised because I guess I had low standards going into it, and I was sitting there watching. I was like, damn, this is a good ass movie. I was like, this is amazing. So I just wanted to bring that up. That's such a good movie.
Really good cast as well.
Right. I think I might want to do a review on that movie, honestly, to shoot that. So this next book is really dope. I love it, and I'm happy I picked it up. And I'm a huge fan of this guy's work. Ever since the beginning of when he created Chew, it's Robert Galari's Farmhand. Dude, this series is such a fucking amazing read. And if you know Robert Galari and you know the type of work that he does and the story and you know the writing and all that stuff and the craziness, this is the book to pick up, and it's a really great read. The art is amazing, always by him, and I'm really happy I got it. Farmhand #1, pretty cool.
That looks really cool. I like the cover of that.
Dude, it's fucking amazing, dude. It's dope. Love that story.
So I'm going to do these 3 together because they're all the same series. But I've got Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 44.
Nice.
Read that this afternoon. Really enjoyed that. I got The Sins Rising Prelude, which I got that a couple of weeks ago, but I just haven't read it because I hadn't received this yet. But I read that, and that was absolutely awesome. And then I've got 45, which I was just about to read, and then I was interrupted by this video. But you know,
sorry, man. It's so good.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, a lot of Amazing Spider-Man there. One of my favorite characters, and it's a really good run as well.
Dude, that's Sin's Prelude, dude. How good was that?
Yeah, it reminded me of the tone on Batman 94. You know that bit with the detective where he wanted to train with him? It was like that. I just really like that sort of stuff. Those backstories with really strong characters are awesome.
That's so good. That's Sin Eater, man. Man, that's such a cool character and stuff like that. And then I don't know. I want to do a deep dive on it so bad, but we got to get through this haul first. Like I want to get. Next one, I showed Tom this one. This is a fucking dope ass pickup I found randomly at this bookstore called Second and Charles. It's pretty much the sister branch of Books A Million. I don't know if you guys had a Books A Million or something like that over there in the UK. It's like you know what a Barnes and Noble is?
No, not heard of it.
Well, anyways, all right, whatever bookstore you guys have over there in the UK, but it sells like comics and you know graphic novels and stuff like that. It's I found this just randomly behind hidden behind a bunch of stuff. You know how like when you go in a store and you see one thing that you really like and you want it, but you don't have the money for it right now at the moment, and then you're like, let me just hide it behind this,
Yeah.
and then I'll come back to get it. So this was one of those situations, and it was The Walking Dead #1 with the cover of fuck, what is the preacher's name? Damn it, I forgot his name, dude. But anyways, it's a really dope cover, and I'm really happy I found this because I was a huge, now I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, because not because like the series is amazing, but the first book I got in super late when they dropped that Negan lives. Dude, I dodged The Walking Dead for a long time, Tom. Like for a long time, I dodged it. But then when that Negan lives book dropped, and I read it, I was like, dude, this is intriguing. It made me want to watch the series. So when I watched the series and everything, and then I found this golden gem just sitting down randomly in that bookstore. So I'm pretty happy I picked it up, man. This is pretty dope cover.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a fucking dope ass line, honestly. I'm gonna figure out the name of that preacher, because I definitely forgot him. Damn.
My next one is Spider-Man Noir. This is issue 2. So again, this is the first time this has been released since lockdown. Been waiting ages for this. But the first one, so I studied film noir when I was at university, and I absolutely love the tone, and it just suits the character. And the pages in this are absolutely awesome. Like the artwork, just look at that. These like dulcet tones. It just looks so cool. But yeah, definitely a cool run. It's a 5-part miniseries, and if you like that sort of noir, private eye sort of investigator sort of feel, it's definitely for you.
Yeah,
and Spider-Man as well.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of good things from that series so far, the first 2 issues. So, next we have an old school pickup. It's pretty damn old. It's Marvel presents Bloodstone #1, the first appearance of Bloodstone. So that's from 1975. This is a pretty cool cover as well.
Yeah, that is cool.
Look at that cover, dude. You got Bloodstone right there shooting that monster. First appearance of Bloodstone. Pretty dope. Pretty good old pickup.
I feel like you've got really cool and old books, and I'm here like preaching Marvel's entire run.
Like I said, I had a big random pickups from like new to old, so you know what I mean, I've been collecting like, random shit.
Next up, I have got Darth Vader. This is the I think it's Gregory Pack. Let me just say Greg Pak. That's it. Yeah, the Greg Pak run that's going on at the moment. So what they do is they do a Star Wars run, which is set between sort of like, they did episode 4 to 5, and then a Darth Vader run. So this is the one between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and this is the Star Wars run to go alongside it. And he's basically hunting everybody that hid Luke and Leia from him when they were born, and it's just an awesome run. I absolutely love Star Wars, and I know we're doing a book each, but just while we're on that, I have got.
Oh, dude, show it all, man.
Yeah, just all of these Star Wars back issues from that run I just mentioned. So this is all from the Jason Aaron run, which is between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. So I think I've got about 40 back issues there. I'm not going to pick them up one by one, but that's it.
Nice. So next we have another old school classic. Awesome book. This is really cool. I'm happy you picked it up. Every time I go out to comic book hunting too, I always pick this up as well. It's Alpha Flight #1, the first ever issue, dude. And I love this book so much. I love that cover, and like I said, and it's the newsstand variant as well. And I love this book. Every time I see it, I pick it up. I just can't, I can't just leave it there. I have to always come and put it in my personal collection and stuff like that. And it's also the first appearance. Well, it's the first appearance of a shit ton of this crew. It's a lot, except for my boy Sasquatch. But from being a new comic book reader and a millennial, as people say, like the shout us out. It's the first appearance of my boy Puck. Right there, and I was reading the Immortal Hulk run, and I loved Puck right there, that little dude right there. Um,
Yeah.
you know Puck, right? In the Mortal Hulk
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, I loved his take in there, and I had to get his first appearance, and how like and when they were talking about Puck in Immortal Hulk, they were talking about like, oh man, he's such a badass and stuff like that. And he's like super small, so I don't know. Every time I see this book, I always pick it up because it's such a dope ass cover. It's amazing. I love it. I love that cover.
And then I've just got two more, which again are the same series. So I got Batman 95, which I read this week. I mean, I got this last week, and then today I've been sent 94 and 95 again. So I don't know if I paid for these. I don't know why I've been sent them twice, but I've already got them. I've already read both. But yeah, what a run issue. Sorry, this is 95. I really enjoyed it. To be fair, though, probably controversial. I think I enjoyed 94 more because I just absolutely loved this start bit with this detective bit. I thought that was the coolest bit. I loved it. But yeah, such a good run. James Tynion killing it.
Yeah.
Really bad to say, but whoever the artist is also doing a really good job. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I just recently did a full breakdown review of that book, the 95. Actually, 94 and 95. Dude, that 95 issue was fucking crazy. Really crazy book.
Yeah,
So, okay, like I said, Tom only had two more books to show. Or that was the last two?
yeah, that's all my news. Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
it. I think.
All right, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna round it up and then make it quickly because no, I don't wanna I still had like a ton from Marvel, but I'm just gonna show them fast. So I have Ghost Spider #8, the Peach Momoko variant. I really love that cover. She is amazing, and she's always killing the game with her variants. I don't know, except for that remake she did with the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man #1. I don't like that. I don't I don't like that remake she did because his neck is like poked out super far, and the watercolors just don't work well with that. I don't know. So this is a good recent series from the Champions run from I think last year, and it's Champions 24, and it has Miles Morales in the front cover, and this was a really controversial issue because it talked about gun violence. So that was a good one. Next one we have from Marvel. This is all Marvel, so I don't have to say that. This is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #6, and this is one of the saddest fucking books I've ever read. And it's like I said, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #6, the first appearance of Spider-Bite, and is written by Tom Taylor. Damn you, Tom Taylor, and you writing a sad ass fucking story like this. And also, this is a spec book for me, randomly for this character to show up in the Spider-Verse 2 movie. I don't know why. I just think that he's gonna show up in that movie, and I don't know. It's good. But like I said, it was such a good read, man. It's so sad if you haven't read it. So going off the new ASM Amazing Spider-Man run by Nick Spencer, this was the first appearance of the Sin Eater. This is from Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man 107. First appearance of Sin Eater. So that's a pretty cool. That's the reason why I picked it up for, because I was reading Nick Spencer's run and I wanted to get that first appearance of Sin Eater. Next we have the my favorite hip hop variant, because everybody's been dropping hip hop variants recently and stuff like that. And this is my favorite one. Not the book. The book is terrible. Like, and it's funny because I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the book. It's I'm a huge fan of Kid Cudi, and this is Kid Cudi's Man in the Moon 2 album, recreated and stuff like that, which is a really dope cover, and it's Drax #1. And the funny thing is, it's written by CM Punk, the wrestler. So that's what it got going for. I love CM Punk, when I was watching wrestling, and he was a great wrestler, and Kid Cudi's my favorite artist. But like CM Punk writing a book, yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that. So I have 4 more books. I'm gonna power through this. Next we have Invincible Iron Man #7. This is the first appearance of Riri Williams right there. And this is a terrible cover. I didn't like that. I don't like that that portrait of that girl. It really did terrible. Next we have Invincible Iron Man #9, and this is the first full appearance of Riri Williams. So that's a pretty dope book to get into, especially yeah, especially if Riri comes into the DC Plus, series and stuff like that. That book's gonna have major gains. And the last two books I have for you guys is Venom #9, first appearance of Dylan Brock, which is a pretty dope ass cover, pretty dope. And the last one is the major one, Venom 3. First appearance of Null. If you hadn't heard about him, I don't know. You guys have been living under a rock and everything, but that was pretty much the whole comic book haul for you guys today with me and Tom. So that was a lot of books, man.
Yeah. Is that your second copy of Venom 3, or did you just find that? Did you?
Yeah, like I said, I got into Venom. I got into Venom late. I started reading Venom at issue 4, and I read from 4 on, and I never picked up the first 3 issues because I'm a weird ass dude. I don't know, I'm fucking weird. That's just how I am. I started here. I'm not gonna go back and get the first 3 books. I'm just gonna read from 4 on. So when I read 4, I was like, I told my the owner of my comic book shop, I was like, put it on my pull list now. But I never go back to buy the first 3 issues, so that was pretty weird. I don't know. That's just how I am. So next we yeah. So what you want to do next now, bro? You want to do the Q&A, or do you want to do the random rants?
No, yeah. If you do the Q&A, I mean, if everyone's still watching now, and it'd be good to address some of them. They might be watching to ask a question, so that's quite
Definitely.
Cool.
So let's jump into it. So this was from like I said, I asked you guys for questions back for a while, not a while back, but like, you know what I'm saying, I put it on one of my story posts on Instagram on Super Paloma Bros, and you know I'm gonna have you guys featured. I wanted you guys featured into our video. So these are questions from you guys, and I'm gonna shout you guys out and put your name. And also, I'm going to put your follow Instagram in the link down below. So this was from Matthias _ SR26. And he asked, what do you think of Jeff Johns? Is he a good writer? That's a 2-part question. So what do you think about Jeff Johns, bro?
Again, I haven't really read too much Jeff Johns, to be fair, because the characters that he sort of does aren't really my sort of favorites. I know he does like Green Lantern, Flash, and Aquaman, which are all characters that I'm not that interested in. So I'm probably the worst person to ask about this, but I know a lot of people go on about Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run as being like up there. So usually, like particularly if you're not into a character and you're hearing a lot about that particular writer and that character, that would be a good sign for me to sort of like, start with that person. But in terms of the actual writing, I don't think I've read much, to be fair.
Yeah. So for me, Jeff Johns, like you said, I haven't read a lot of Jeff Johns, but when I did read Jeff Johns, it was amazing because I read what was the book? Batman. I think it was Batman Year One. I think. Hold on. Let me make sure that's what the book is.
No, Year One. That was Frank Miller, wasn't it?
No, not Year One. What was it? Jeff Johns.
Earth One.
Earth One. There we go. That's what it was. Did you read that one?
No, I've heard of it though.
I did. I read the first 2 book. I don't know if there was more, but I read the first 2 books of Earth One, and dude, oh my gosh, it was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Hell yes, It was so good. I have I don't have it on me because it's in storage right now, but I have two of the trade paperbacks. I got one hardcover of it. The art is amazing. Jeff Johns fucking killed it with that one. So he's really promising. That's all I can tell you guys. So next we have from Oakcliff_comics, and he says, what's one of your favorite books in your collection valued under $50 or £50? I think that's, in the UK.
Okay. For me, I mean, my favorite book. Oh, let me have a quick look. I don't.
I know it's really hard. These are hard questions, you guys. This
like
is
on the spot.
But
I mean,
that's what I told you. I told you, Tom.
I said I didn't want to know what the questions were, so I'd be natural.
You never know, bro. Like they throw questions like crazy, and it's hard because it's like me and Tom been collecting for a minute, and it's like there's so much books, and even valued under 50. So I would have to think about it. And oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just picking one out of the box, it'd probably be this Amazing Spider-Man 75. I absolutely love the cover. I always just thought this looks amazing. Favorite character, Preach, just a mention. Oh, that's not gone well, has it? Phone fell off. It always falls off this stand. Anyway, but yeah, this Amazing Spider-Man, mine's a really bad copy. It's got a tear on the corner box art there. It's just a really cool cover. So I'll probably say I don't think this is actually worth that much. I don't know if it's because of the book or the condition. Probably condition, but it's a cool cover.
Nice.
Oh man, my phone is
it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. We had some technical difficulties, guys, but we're getting it together. Don't worry about it.
It's just this profile,
yeah. For me, I don't know, dude. I have so much books valued under 50 that is amazing. But like I said, I'm just gonna go off the current runs that I'm collecting, and my favorite book that's valued under $50 is probably gonna have to be the first appearance of Noel, obviously Amazing Spider-Man #1, because he's my favorite villain right now. And I can't say not Noel, my bad, Kindred, first appearance of Kindred in Amazing Spider-Man run #1. That's my favorite book valued under 50 because I love that run and I love that character Kindred, and I'm really intrigued to see who the hell he is. But I couldn't say this because obviously this is not under $50. That's a $200 book all damn day, and I can't say I don't know, the other Immortal Hulk run book with first appearance of Dr. Fryka. That's still I think a $70 book. So I don't know. Like I said, just going off the current series that I'm currently collecting. So yeah. Next one we have from Coda Collectibles. What's your favorite current DC series?
For me, that's easy because I'm reading one, which is Batman. So definitely my favorite DC series at the moment. I'm a bit of a Marvel child, to be fair, but I have been trying to branch out a lot. But like I say, Batman's just really the major character that I've read for like a long time. So yeah, definitely that run by James.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Tom. It's gonna be Batman. James Tynion's run. He's really killing it right now. If you guys haven't read the Batman 95 Joker War Part 1, please do. It's amazing. This is from Cardboard Crazies Comics. If there was any character you would rewrite because of crappy writing, who would it be? And why?
Don't really know what's like really had crappy writing where it's annoyed me. I mean, that's quite a tough question, to be fair. Like, you don't really want to dog on people. I think I've dropped a few runs this year which I didn't really enjoy. So one of them was Mark Waid's run on Doctor Strange. it started okay, but it just kind of fell a bit flat for me. So Doctor Strange is a really cool character. I'd like to write that character. And then Star Wars Bounty Hunters as well. I dropped that because I didn't really enjoy where that's sort of going. So that's something I would definitely love to rewrite because I absolutely love Star Wars and I love Boba Fett and Bounty Hunters. So I'd probably choose, Star Wars Bounty Hunters. That'd be a cool one.
Nice. Pretty good. I think my answer would be, I think because nobody's like touching on them right now, is gonna have to be from Marvel, Nova. There's no ongoing Nova series right now. So I definitely want to write Nova and the Nova Corps and bring them to the light and make them fucking great. I think Donny Cates touched on him on his Guardians of the Galaxy run, but I want an ongoing series of him. So I want to write that series and I want it to be fucking killer. And for DC, I want to write Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate and Static in the current series. That would be dope as fuck. So next one we have comic _ rumination. I don't know. Sorry, I butchered your at name. What was the first comic book that really blew you away? Big question.
Blew me away. It's decent. I can't remember.
It's tough ones, man. This is tough ones.
I spend all my time reading this stuff and being blown away, and then it's like you get asked this question, and it's like, I feel like a little schoolgirl.
This is what you wanted on the spot, Tom. This is what you wanted.
Yeah, did this to myself. So I'll do like modern and sort of classic, or so my modern book, I think, like last year I picked up Absolute Carnage, and it was after not reading single issues for a long time, and I read that issue 1 and literally I was blown away. So how I got back into comics is I was in Amsterdam with my fiance, went into a comic book shop because I wanted to get a next issue of a manga I was reading, and I saw this big picture of Carnage and this Absolute Carnage thing, and I was like, oh, do you know what, that looks cool. So on the plane, I subscribed to it, and my local LCS got it, and I was really blown away with the story and how much I liked modern comics, because I had a prejudice against like new artwork. I was one of them. Hadn't really read it. I was just thought, oh, do you know what? Yeah. But we'll talk about that later anyway. But yeah, so that was like a modern book that really blew me away. And then sort of older era books, it would probably be content from, I think it's this one or this one, but The Amazing Spider-Man, the complete alien costume saga. So these issues in here, this story really blew me away. So you literally get everything from when he gets back from the battle world with the black suit up until he sort of, detaches himself from the suit in the Bell Tower and Eddie Brock gets it. But these issues and this story really blew me away. I thought it was awesome. And knowing all that backstory and all the stuff that happened in between, his change in personality and his relationships and stuff was really mind-blowing. So that's definitely my pick.
Nice. Pretty good. So I have thousands of comic books, and I've read a lot of books. So I'm just going to go off modern, like Tom said, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so hard because there's so much good books, dude, and they all blow me away. But like one comic that from the recent modern run that really blew me away was Immortal Hulk #4. And that was the one with Hot Shot. When I first time I read that one, I was just like, holy shit, dude. I've never read a Hulk book like this. I actually never read a superhero comic book like this that was like a horror take on a character and done well, as with amazing artwork too. Because if you remember that issue, I think it had like multiple artists in there and it had different styles in that book, and I was just like jaw dropped. And then like the next day or a couple of days after that, I went to my LCS and I picked up the first two, #2 and #3, And I got the first appearance of Dr. Fry there, and I got the number 3, and I fell in love with the run. And I still back it till this day, even though it had that weird intergalactic shit that really threw me off as well. And Tom didn't I didn't like that part.
No, I didn't get on it.
But when he tames it back and he has back to this horror aspect, oh my god, dude. That Immortal Hulk run really blew me away. I'm not gonna lie, from the current series. So that was a book.
I have an honorable mention as well, because I've just looked on my shelf, and Craven's Last Hunt. If you've never read this, that is such a good book. So that's definitely. Ooh, that's lucky. I put a pillow there this time, so it's not gonna. But yeah, definitely read this book. It's awesome, and it is a mind-blowing event, so you'll enjoy that.
Yeah. Oh, we're falling. No, we're falling.
Right.
Oh, good, man.
Yeah, get my chair. But yeah.
All right, so stomp out. He's gonna stomp out his tripod.
No, that sucks. Right, yeah, carry on.
All right.
I'll have to buy a new one.
All right, there we go. Cool. So, what was I saying? Yeah, the Immortal Hulk run. Oh no, yeah, was it called The Last Hunt with Craven?
Yeah, Craven's Last
Dude,
Hunt.
speaking about the Amazing Spider-Man, how good was that Hunted series by Nick Spencer though? That was amazing.
Every Craven shows up, it's good. Yeah, it's cool. There's a current run called Marvel's X, and Craven's just been in that, and it was really, really good. So I enjoyed it.
So this is from Uncanny Comics 1632, and he says, "Do you prefer Batman Rebirth or Detective Comics?"
Probably for me, I think some of those classic like graphic, well, yeah, basically before like this run, I haven't really collected single issues of Batman, so I had to base it on graphic novel. So those graphic novel stories, like one of my favorites is The Long Halloween. I absolutely love that story. It's wicked. Obviously, Year One, Dark Returns, Killing Jokes. They're all like classic and timeless stories. So I would definitely pick them. In terms of single issues, I've only really got to compare it to this different runs. So I'm like the worst comic book YouTuber right now. Yeah.
No, you're not, bro. It's all good, man. For me, I like both Batman Rebirth and Detective Comics. Like I said, I didn't really dig Tom King's run. That wasn't my thing, but James Tynion is still taking over Batman, and it's fantastic. And Peter J. Tomasi's run on Detective Comics is fantastic as well. So, you know, but it's just that, you know, James Tynion has this Joker War Part 1, and it's a crazy Part 1. Like I said, please read that book, guys, if you haven't. And not taken away from Tomasi's run in Detective Comics, because he's still really good. So this is from the Tapia _ and he says, "Where's all the Mexican heroes at? Not Cubans or Puerto Rican Mexicanos. Where are they at?" He's asking.
I mean, he should run. He should create this character, do this backstory, and send it to a comic book publisher, because they might jump on it. You know, I mean,
yeah.
You never know.
So my favorite Mexican hero have to be Ariana, the first appearance. It's Amazing Spider Girl, and I think she's amazing, and I think that she's going to have huge groundings in Marvel soon and stuff like that. So she's an amazing Mexican hero. And I think Blue Beetle. I think Blue Beetle is a Mexican as well. and he's awesome in a DC run and stuff. So those are two good characters to look after. So next we have Warrung. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Warrung Comics, and he has okay, this was just a compliment. Next one, he says, I just want to say your collection is great. Keep it going and happy collecting, my friend. Thank you. Really, really great words. Thank you so much. Next we have Zars84, and he asks, who is the greatest speedster across Marvel and DC Comics? Who's the greatest speedster, bro?
Speedster? I don't know. Like, what does he mean by that?
The pretty much a superhero that has super speed, pretty much.
Oh, right, okay.
Speedster.
I mean, I don't know. Probably have to go to Flash, really, wouldn't it? I think he's going to be the quickest, the best one. I don't know. Yeah, speedster here means something a bit different. So it's like a car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my favorite speedster, obviously, is Barry Allen's Flash. I'm not taking anything away from Quicksilver. For all you Quicksilver stands out there, he's cool too. But Barry Allen's my favorite. Wally West is amazing as well. So those two speedsters. But I think there was an argument with Wally West. I think being faster than Flash, the original Flash of Barry Allen. But you know what I'm saying? Don't quote me on that. So Tom _Sue says hi. How you doing, buddy? Mateus again _SR. Oh no, we already did that question. Okay, we did that too. Okay. So this is a pop question, a Funko Pop. It says, no Funko Pop would be a Grail? Question mark. God of the symbiotes in a box. Do you think that would be a Grail to get for Funko Pop?
Sorry, my dog knocked that over this time. So, Funko Pops are something that I used to collect like ridiculously. In that box there, that is like full of them. But I think it's quite hit and miss with them, like how they like hold their value and sort of things like that. But right. I think Null is a popular character. I think a lot of people would jump on that, and it just depends on how many they make. If it was some sort of like exclusive version, or like when they do like the Chrome versions and things like that, then definitely, yeah, it would be worth a lot. God of the Funko Pops. But if it was just a generic one that they publish like everywhere, then yeah, you're not going to get that much for it.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with Tom. Like if they did a no Funko Pop, like it would flood the markets. But I think they would do like a massive run with like the regular no Funko Pop, and then they would do a limited, like you said, with the Chrome and stuff like that, limited to 1,000 or whatever, and that would like shoot the price up like crazy. So, but they do that with comics as well. So they would do the same with Funkos. But he would be amazing. I think you said it'd be a hit or miss right now for it to be a Funko Grail though, right? A Funko Pop Grail.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to tell, isn't it? It just kind of like it just sort of happens. But yeah, I think that would be something pretty special and not like quite easily available.
Okay, so we have. Next, well, like I said, I didn't get the names of the people here. I apologize. I didn't get you guys' names because I just screenshotted it and the question. But they asked, who do you think Kindred is?
Okay, so we touched on this a little bit. I have like an out there opinion. I don't think it is this person, but I think it would be quite cool if it was Uncle Ben and he's like, kid, I'm trying to teach you a lesson this whole time. You're not listening to me, and I'm upset. So I'm gonna like make your life hell. But no, I don't know. In terms of predictions, and to be honest, I like sort of not knowing. Like it's kind of like a fear of the unknown. It's like that's more scary than all this spec and stuff like that. So I like to just leave it out there and just be like, yeah, I'm too sure. I feel like it's definitely going to be someone a bit close to him. But yeah, I'm not too sure who it's going to be. What about you? What are you thinking?
I think either I have two guesses, and I think it's either Harry Osborn, and I've seen this other post about who you think Kindred is, and I agree with this person. I forgot who posted it, but Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy is a really great choice for who Kindred is. So I think it's either Gwen Stacy or Harry Osborn, but that's just me, because those are two characters that really know Peter Parker really well and stuff like that. So I don't know. It makes sense, but then like it's Nick Spencer, so I don't know who he's gonna decide on who that Kindred is. He might not even know who Kindred is, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's a slow burner. He might not know yet. So.
All right. So the next question we have, this is a cool one. Is this person asked, if you had $1,000 or £1,000, or Tom's at, to spend on comics, would you buy a graded book, a Grail, I guess, or buy a raw lot, like a bunch of comics?
For me, definitely a raw lot. I don't have any sort of grails, to be fair. I don't have any sets or anything like that. I'm just about like filling all those gaps for those favorite runs that I'm reading. And all the modern runs that I'm reading now, I am up to date on everything apart from 2 issues of Daredevil. But yeah, I would definitely buy loads of raw issues. That's what I would enjoy doing.
Nice. Yeah, this was a toss-up for me. I kind of like to do both, but yeah, I would do both. So I split the 1,000, and I would buy a raw CGC Grail for me, and then I'll use the other $500 to buy, like Tom said, to fill the gaps with my issues and pretty much like pick random pickups and whatnot. But my graded book would be and it would be $500, so it'd be like a low grade. One of my grails would be the first appearance of Black Panther, and that was Fantastic Four, I think 52. I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me. I forgot. But the first appearance of Black Panther is a grail for me, and I would pick that up at a CGC. And low grades are like around $500 for like a 2.0 or some shit like that. Crazy. But I would do half and half. That's what I would do. So our last question comes from high_on_comics. And it says, if you could go back and start your collection from scratch with the knowledge you have now, what would you do differently?
In terms of so for me, all of this is basically a year. What I would do is probably definitely not pass up on. There's a few number ones that I did pass up on at the time. If I thought something looked cool, I would definitely go with my hunches and buy it. So Something Is Killing the Children is one of them. Had the chance to buy issue 1 in the LCS, and I thought, nah, it's an extra £5 to my haul. I'm not going to do it. So just things like that, being a bit more open-minded. To be honest, I feel quite naive about comic book values, variant covers, slabs, and things like that. So I'd probably sort of tune myself a bit more about that. But I'm not really into buying and selling, so I'm not too disappointed with that or anything like that. But yeah, I think just being a bit more aware of what's out there, better runs, writers, what they're doing, and things like that. So I think, and then you just get a bit more of a compilation of what that creative team is doing. I think that was a bit of a crap answer, but yeah.
This is a really, really great question, man. If I could go back to the start and start over, I don't know, man. I don't really regret anything that I've done so far in my hobby of collecting comic books. If I had the knowledge now, I guess I would, I guess, be more in tuned like I am now, because I wasn't like earlier. I think I started collecting when I was like 16 or 17, and I wasn't really like super serious back then. I was just, collecting books, and I would just like I'd read them or just have them in my possession because I thought they were cool and I loved them, and I was like, oh, I watched this series growing up. I watched Batman, I watched X-Men, I watched all this shit, and I just picked it up, and I wasn't really in tune as I was now. And now, like, deep diving in them in my late 20s and enjoying these stories, and the feeling that it gives me, like, I wish that the younger me was more in tune with these books, because they're amazing. These books are amazing. Like, I would love to be there where when they dropped that first the Batman Earth One with Jeff Johns, single issues. I wish I was back there to enjoy that series. That was amazing, and a whole bunch of other stories that release single issues that I wish that was there for the big events in the summers, and stuff like that they had, that people talk about when I go into comic book shops. That I was like, dude, I wasn't collecting at the time. I wasn't serious. I wasn't there. But I like the way they talk about it and how passionate they are and how great of those stories were, and why they respect these writers and these artists and the characters. Like, I wish I was back there to do that as well. So, but now, I have the knowledge I have now, and I'm giving them the credit that they deserve, because these books are amazing. Like I said, I shout out just a few: Donnie Cates, Ryan Stegman, James Tinian, George Jimenez, and um, just that's just a few comic creators that are fantastic. Ryan Otley, Nick Spencer, you know what I'm saying? Just is another shout out to those guys and how great they are. So that's my if I had to start over, I would be more in tuned with the collecting.
One
So
thing to the person that asked that question as well is, I would just say, like, if that's something that you feel like you'd want to go and start again, it's like, for me, that's like the hobby. You can jump in at any time, at any point. Like, that content is always available in
it
so
really
many different
is.
forms. You've got like
It is.
Omniverse trade paperback, you've got digital, so you can always access those things that you might have missed. So personally, for me, Omniverse is a great way for that. But yeah, so yeah.
So that was it for the Q&A. And like I said, me and Tom really appreciate you guys reaching out, from the community. And we're gonna put your @name on Instagrams down below in the link down below. I mean, down and below in the description. And yeah, those are some really great tough questions, guys. Like, those are pretty good.
Should have read them before, definitely. But yeah,
I
I feel like
told
I need to go and
Tom.
read loads of Jeff Johns now.
Yeah, I told Tom. I was like, Tom, are you sure you want these questions now? Because I read them. I pre-screened them. I pre-screened the questions, and Tom's like, nah, man, I'm going raw dog, but raw dog it. I'm gonna give you the natural. I was like, dude, that's dope. I love that. So, and then next thing you know, it's like, shit, these are tough questions and some of them were deep. Some of them were deep questions too. So, um, thanks, guys. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. We're going to do another Q&A with you guys as well, in the future. That was pretty fun. Next, we are going to talk about The King in Black. What are your takes, bro, on King in Black by Donnie Cates?
So obviously, we did our first video together like a couple of weeks ago, and like this was announced like the day before or something. We forgot to talk about it, but obviously this announcement just blew everyone away. We're like, oh, you know what? There is actually, I don't know if it's going to be the end of the Null storyline or what, but basically it's just been teased that this like amazing story by Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman, with Null, the King in Black, and the symbiote. God, the symbiote is coming in. But everyone's just so excited about it. I can't wait to have the continuation of this story. It's just got everyone's ears, pricked up, hasn't it?
So yeah, dude, Null is coming, like Donny Cates says. He's coming, and he is gonna cause havoc everywhere. And in the trailer, he talks about he's gonna have all hands on deck, all the Marvel Avengers, X-Men, everybody's gonna be intertwined into the story. And for me, giving predictions into this story with Null, I think Eddie Brock is gonna die, and I think Dylan Brock is. Yeah. I think Eddie Brock is gonna die.
He's such a good character.
Yeah, I'm dropping bombs today over here in the comic talking comics. I think Eddie Brock is gonna die, and I think Dylan Brock, his son, is gonna take over the symbiote suit. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he's not gonna die, but who knows? He's gonna die. I think a bunch of other characters are gonna die. It's so morbid. Everybody's gonna die. Null's gonna kill everybody. No, but I think Null's a really scary character. But I do think that Dylan Brock is gonna take over the symbiote. All seriousness, and I'm super excited with this run that's coming in. I think in December. He says it's in December. And
yeah,
it's going to be hectic. Like I said, he has all hands on deck. They have the Avengers, X-Men with Venom and Dylan Brock, and then you have these two new characters with Virus and Codex that he just created right before, before that. So they're going to deep dive into those characters before King in Black drops in December, and it's fantastic. You know what I mean? I'm super excited, dude. It's gonna be big.
And Null is arriving. I love the quote that Donny Cates said as well. He's like, as far as the event books go, this is the coolest, darkest, most heavy metal Cthulhu dark horror thing I've ever been able to do. And that is just such a chilling sentence in itself, and it just makes it sound really exciting. So I'm really on for this one. I can't wait.
Yeah. He's good at selling his comic books. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
Donnie, you do good pitches, bro. You do good pitches. So that's really cool. And we're going to transition into another Donny Cates news over there in Image. And it's one of those crazy books that they're doing called Crossover. So that's a thing. What'd you think of that?
Yeah, this just came out of nowhere, didn't it? Like, they just announced that this book was coming over, and you just had Donny Cates' name on it with an Image title, which, when did he last write an Image title? It wasn't...
Well, he did, he'd been writing a bunch of Image, I think. Like, he did Baby Teeth. He did, what was it, God's Country. He did Redneck. I think those are all Image titles. Yeah,
but yeah, so this is a book that sort of is, again, it's something that he's sort of gonna probably have this amazing run on as well, because anything he's writing is just so good. But yeah, it's an anti-event for the ages, it says, which is just like it's an anti-superhero sort of title. So it sounds really exciting. I'm gonna. There's quite a few panels that have been released for it as well. I've not actually read them because I like to go into it sort of not knowing too much, to be fair.
So I tuned into the San Diego Comic-Con stay-at-home thing they were doing, which is awesome. This is really pretty cool. And it had Donny Cates and a bunch of the creators, or a bunch of people from Image, like what me and Tom are doing right now. They're having a Zoom meeting, and he was pitching Crossover from Image Comics. And pretty much it's like his take of, like, everybody's talking about the superheroes and everything that was been going on, but what about the guy at the hot dog stand, through his point of views, or the little kid that's just sitting down across the street that's looking at the superheroes fighting. So, and he talks about, like, what if they had that crossover of like I think it was like a kid reading a comic book and like the fucking universe had a split or something, and like all the superheroes just came out like in real life, like right now. So it totally feels like what Image would make. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about Image Comics and their indie comic books, and it just feels like something that they would do over there with that publisher. And I'm excited for it. Like I said, it has Donny Cates, and it's really promising. It's promising. You know what I'm
It
saying?
sounds a bit like the Boys to me as well. It's a bit like a different take on the superhero.
Right.
It's just got that kind of vibe to it. But yeah, it's going to be really good to read that. Again, Image books are just so cool, and it's nice to get outside of like the superhero books and things like that, because there's so many you can kind of get lost in reading them, and it's nice to have a break and get to something a bit different. So.
So that was crossover, and next we are going to. Tom wanted to talk about The Walking Dead.
Yeah, so Walking Dead, I'm like, again, so I read the first 3 trade paperbacks when I was at uni or something, quite a while back, and I really enjoyed them. So I read, I can't remember the first 2, but Miles Behind Bars, or Safety Behind Bars, sorry, is the one I got to. Really enjoyed it. But then I just left it, and I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago, but I hadn't read it, and I picked it up. I think it was like 2 weeks ago now. I'm pretty much done. I've got like 2 trade paperbacks left in there, and absolutely loving it. It's awesome. I've never seen the show, so all of the stuff that's happening here is new to me. So characters, and I'm loving the black and white. One thing I will say with the black and white though, a blonde white woman is really hard to tell from the next in this. Like some of the characters. I think it's Carol and I can't remember what the other one's name is, but I just can't tell them apart sometimes. Luckily, one of them's got like a scar now, so I can tell them apart. And the other one died actually, but that helps. But yeah, literally, we spoke about this on our last video, and that night when we pressed finish, they released this news that they are releasing all the issues again, all 193 issues, as a deluxe edition. So really excited to read them again. I want to finish the compendiums before I pick them up. I will read them again in color. But yeah, it's exciting. It's cool that they're doing that.
Yeah, I agree with Tom. Like they like for people, like I said, I got into super late into the series and stuff like that, so I just skipped it because it was just too far ahead, and I don't know why I was dodging it so much, man. Because like I guess like when something gets so much hype, like it just turns me off, and I'm just like, I don't care. I'm not reading what everybody's reading. I'm not watching what everybody's watching. I was that type of guy, and I hated that I was that type of person. and like I said, when I first read the Negan Lives, yeah, that was recent too. And I'm just showing you panels while I talk about it. So that made me watch the Walking Dead series, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, dude. I love the characters and everything, the character development, the writing and stuff, and it made me like really intrigued. And when they dropped that news that they were gonna do a whole run again with all in color, I was like, this is my time. This is my time to shine and get in there and start collecting. So that's gonna be on my pull list, and I'm super excited, dude, because if I don't know, dude, like look at this. Just look at this. Look at this. It's crazy. The art is amazing. And just to see this in color, that's gonna be fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? So
The thing is as well, like if you're a new reader, like you don't get the opportunity to read this as a new reader coming out of single issues run that's already finished. That just doesn't really happen. So the opportunity to do that with this is awesome. If you've never read it, you can read it in single issues, have that excitement for, I think it's twice monthly, isn't it? So for that bi-weekly issue, getting that one, finding out what's happening, that experience is going to be really cool for some new readers. So it's cool that they're doing this, and I think hopefully they'll do it with other series that people might have missed out on.
Yeah, dude, that would be actually pretty awesome. But
But the thing is with that though, like with Omnibus, so you can get like a Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2 Omnibus now. It's out of print, and you're going to pay like £500 in this country. They re-release that, and it just brings the values back down together. It's like, would that happen with comic books? If they re-release that, will the originals sort of stay the same, or would because it's the same book, really, isn't it? But so it'll be interesting to see. But I can't wait.
Yeah, so I honestly think that, well, I know they're probably doing this. They're doing this because I think they're going to be promoting their new series that they're releasing. There's like this new Walking Dead series I seen the trailer for, and it's like, what is it, 10 years into the future after The Walking Dead, after their first series or something like that. So I think they're releasing that with their new series that's coming out, and thinking AMC. Gabriel, that's the name of the damn freaking priest, man. Gabriel, that's Gabriel right there.
Why is he on the first issue? Because I haven't met him yet, and I'm on issue like nearly at 48.
Well, this is a variant edition. This was a
Oh right, okay.
a Raleigh Wizard World Comic Con exclusive. So that's why. I was
gonna say, like, I don't know of a preacher yet. But.
Yeah, so that was just a random character they put in this variant edition. But really cool cover. I love it. But yeah, I'm super excited for The Walking Dead, dude. I can't wait. Like I said, I'm gonna collect the whole run. I think it was like 193 issues or something like that. And they have a lot, dude. That's gonna be a series to collect. It's gonna be cool in color. So, but honestly, I honestly think that when they reprint this whole issue, I think the originals, the black and whites, are gonna go up in price. But that's just me. Mm-hmm. So, this is gonna be a hot take. I can't wait to talk about it, and it's going to be about the community, the conversations I've been hearing about. There's like a division, like with collecting, as every hobby does, or everything that's been, happens in the world. And it's the collectors with golden age, silver age, bronze age, and modern. Like, you have everybody from the bronze down to the golden age, and everybody that's the modern collectors that loves to read the stories and stuff. And there's a division between these two type of collectors that I've seen in the community, like going back and forth. And I don't like it, dude. You know what I'm saying? What are your takes on it, Tom?
Like I touched on earlier, before I was really prejudiced against like sort of like digitally drawn imagery. So I've been reading like old graphic novels and paperbacks and things like that I really enjoy. And they're just these old, really like pen to paper stories, and that artwork is fantastic. But you look at a digitized image and you're just like, oh, get out. That's not the same amount of talent. But I think it's just a really like stupid way to look at it, and I felt like an idiot when I actually started reading modern books, and like the artwork goes hand in hand with the story. Like this Venom run, like Ryan Stegman on Venom, like that artwork stands the test of pen and paper versus like digitized. It's great. They draw it digitally as well, so you still got that craft of them actually drawing it. Colorists, like, oh my god, what a job they do on some of it. So I don't think there's it should be either or. I think they've both got different styles and they've both got their credibility, but I don't think you can knock one or the other. I think they're both out of the same sort of comic history, and for me, I just collect what I like now, and I have been in that mindset where it's like, old stuff, never new stuff, but I'm not about that anymore.
Good, man. That's really good. Yeah, because it pretty much came up a lot when Miles Morales' his first appearance. I've seen a lot of because I joined. I'm obviously in the Instagram comic book community, the IG comic family, and I'm also in a bunch of Facebook groups, and comic book groups and stuff. And when Miles hit really big, like 9.8s were hitting like 1,000 plus dollars and stuff like that. A lot of older comic book collectors, they were really upset about that. They were upset where they're like, why is this character getting so much traction? Why is it on board or being almost the equivalent to a Hulk 181 first appearance of Wolverine? Why is it the pricing close to all these other characters that, you know, he didn't have enough time? They're like, oh, he's just going to burn out. It's gonna drop. Nobody's gonna want to be interested in this comic. And it's and it's like, I was like, why is this division happening here? It's like, be happy for that stuff though, dude. Like, be happy about Noel. Be happy about Miles getting big. Be happy about all these characters being brought up, because at the end of the day, we all collect because we love to read good stories. I mean, that's my impression when I go into a comic book shop and I see other people grabbing books, like, you know, that they're gonna buy. Like, they're intrigued by the story and the artwork. And I don't know, I was just like, it was so weird, because I was just like, what's going on? Why are you so mad? You know what I'm saying? Why are you so upset? But I think it's the monetary part of the collecting aspect that had a lot of people upset. I think that's what it was. And it's just like, for me, it's like, you know, we talked about it earlier. Me and Tom talked about it earlier. It's in the back of your mind, because like, Tom has a Venom 3 as well, you know, and he knows how much his Venom 3 is worth. I have one too. I know how much it's worth. And we get it. But it's like, we love to collect these books. We love to read these stories because we enjoy them, because it brings us joy. It takes, you know what I mean? It takes us out of a stressful situation of our day-to-day stressful lives that we're already going through, especially with COVID right now, and with bills and just other stressful shit that just we have to deal with an everyday basis of life. And I can honestly tell you, from a collector to another collector, to everybody in the community, just you know what I'm saying, it's cool, man. Just let that shit go. There shouldn't be no beefing in the community. Collect the books because you love to read them. You love this hobby. Let's keep this shit going. People had this stigma about comic books, and they're gonna say, oh, comic books is gonna die out. There's not going to be any comics. It's going to go all to digital. It's going to, you know what I'm saying? You heard that before, Tom? Like, they're like, comics is not going to stand the test of time and stuff like that. And I'm like, where are we at now? We're still fucking here, dude. We're still here. So
how much is an Amazing Fantasy 15 worth? You know, it is standing the test of time, isn't it? Physical comics are never going to go away. Like,
yeah.
Unless, you know, zombie apocalypse.
Exactly. But even in that, we still had the comics. The comics that
you've still got your copy. If you survive, you can take your comics with you. But it's quite a strange topic, but I think it splits down to two types of like hobbyists. So I mean, some people might collect comics, not be interested in the story. It's just a value, and having that collecting sort of like mentality. And it's like, it might be like collecting, you know, handbags. This comic is worth this, I like this, but, you know, I'm not actually interested in the characters or anything like that. Whereas me and you, Shane, it's just like, you know, I want to read that story. And for me, that Venom 3, I picked it up and read it physically. Like, I always read my physical books, and then I bag and board them, and that's it. Like, I like to handle them, but, you know, I'm obviously careful. But like I said before, it's something I struggle with now, because it's like, it's in the back of your mind. Like, the book I'm reading could be worth X amount, but I love just getting into that book physically and actually reading it.
Yeah, and I agree with Tom. Like, I think I was sleeping on it, and I was thinking, I was like, I think I might start collecting omnibuses, man. I might make that transition, because it's all like, I love collecting. I love, you know, the day to day. I like every Wednesday getting up, driving, getting ready to go pick up my books and being waiting for them. But I also love to have that collection all in one go. You know what I'm saying? I can just grab it and I can just read it through. So I think I might transition soon. but we'll see.
So my next I've got on order is Absolute Carnage. So it comes out in September here. So it'd probably be a good one for you to pick up because it's pretty cheap here as well, and it collects the whole Absolute Carnage run, and it's just, you know, it's going to be a great way to repeat that series. So yeah, I'd love that.
I love that run too. I have all the cover A's. I collected it since it dropped, and it was a amazing read. And well, honestly, towards the end, I felt that book was kind of rushed, but you know what I'm saying. But
yeah. What I find with a 5-part miniseries, issue 4 is always like the most amazing issue in that run. Then issue 5 is just like, I don't know, it's like a breath after. It's like an afterthought, isn't it? And yeah, it's happened with so many where it builds up, it's awesome. Issue 4 is this great spectacle, and then issue 5 is just a bit like, so, but yeah, it was good though.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Going back to the other subject I was talking about, I just want to touch on that for the community. Like I said, I appreciate you guys and everything, and reaching out for the Q&As and stuff like that. And I want to say thank you to Tom for doing this video with me today. Space Captain Comics, you're an amazing person, amazing collector. Please, dude, subscribe to this guy's channel. This guy's making quality content for you guys. He's a amazing collector from the UK, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, you know, really promising guy. So a lot of good stuff and more collab videos from me and Tom in the future. Like we're still working out the Amazing Spider-Man #1 review for you guys and stuff like that. But we want to do a catch up, talking comics and stuff like that. So, but if there's anything else, Tom, from you, brother.
I was just gonna say again, yeah, like Shane's got a great channel, a lot bigger than mine. I think he's got a lot more knowledge than me as well. So great person to sort of like watch and subscribe to. But yeah, subscribe to both. Even if you don't subscribe, if you got a comment or you want to know anything, just drop us a comment for the next video. Thank you for all the questions. That's been really cool as well. I've never been part of a Q&A before, so that was pretty tough going in raw, but I think I'd stick to that next time. For the Jeff Johns question though, I'll read some Jeff Johns just for you. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and just, yeah, please leave some support.
Yeah, like Tom said, like, comment, and subscribe. And also, like I said, we're gonna put you guys names down in the description down below of everybody that did the Q&As, and shout out to you guys. Shout out to the comic community. We appreciate you guys. Thank you, Tom, Space Captain Comics, for doing this collab video, talking comics. Massive podcast video, which was amazing. Yeah. I'm glad to shoot the content for you guys with Tom. This is great. And we're gonna shout you guys out as well. And thank you, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right.
Cool. Peace out. See you later.
All right, bro.